Hello, today we are going to make this macrame rainbow. I'm going to walk you through the steps so that you can have your very own macrame rainbow. See how it's assembled with a little piece of felt in the back holding these three pieces. What we need for this are 3 choices of yarn, 3 different colors of your choice. We have this piece of macrame rope. It is very soft and flexible, but it will make a nice little fuzzy end to look like a tassel, to look like the bottom of our rainbow, look like the clouds there. We have a piece of felt and a rainbow shaped tracer, a needle, scissors, and something to write with. I like the Sharpie. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to trace the rainbow tracer onto the felt. So we're not attaching this to cardboard, we're using this as a tracing tool. So I'm gonna put it right down on my felt and give it a quick draw. Now, if you want a smaller rainbow or a larger rainbow, different size, you can freehand draw your own rainbow shape if you would like to, but the tracer is there for you to use. We're gonna cut this out. That's our first step. I would put your name on this. So now what we're going to do is we are going to measure our macrame rope. I want 3 pieces, 1 for each color, and I want them to go the length of my rainbow. So I'm going to measure the longest one first. It's the whole length of it and a little extra, about 1 inch extra, and then I'm going to cut it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start wrapping these lengths of rope with my yarn. When I use the yarn, I need to measure out a length of it. About an arm's length is a manageable piece to work with, so I measure about an arm's length and then cut that. And when I'm wrapping it, I'm remembering that I want the end to be kind of a fluffy tail, so I'm not starting the wrapping right at the end. I'm moving up about 1/2 inch or so. All right, so put the tail of your yarn right inside and wrap your thumb around it, and then start wrapping so that you actually cover over that little end. See the end there? I'm holding it to the rope with my thumb and I'm wrapping it so that I end up not seeing that little end at all. And then I'm going to keep wrapping, trying to keep it as close together as possible. So you're probably wondering what to do now with this end. You're going to take your needle and you're going to put the end through the needle. And then you're going to take your needle and you are going to go back up through this part here. So you're going to take the end and go under and through. You're going to make sure that it's pulling, and it's going to hide it right in there, just like that. See? So now we're going to trim this a little bit. If that seems like too much, you could always just tie it off or dab it with a little glue. I'm going to move on and do the other 2. And I have it wrapped. I'm going to go ahead and do the needle part again. So what I'm going to do is take the end of my thread, put it through the needle, kind of tricky. Hold that needle, hold that thread, and then just sort of go back into your wrapping, just about 1 inch. Doesn't have to be far. And make sure your needle has the end of the thread on it when you pull it through, and it's taking the end with it, hiding it up under your wrapping there so that I can take the needle off. I've never tied the knot here. There's no knot. I'm gonna snip this here. Move on to my 3rd one. I've got 2 done. I need 1 more. I've got all 3 pieces here, and I've got my rainbow shape felt background, and I'm going to line them up. I'm going to check it out before I start gluing. I want to make a plan, see how everything fits. Make sure what order these are going to go in. One should be longer, and one should be medium, and one should be shorter. So this is what it's going to look like. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it down, lift up a little bit of the edge here, put a little hot glue, and lay those pieces back down where they were, just the way I had them. Maybe I'll go to the middle now, lift them up, put the glue, place those back down, line up this end here, being very careful not to touch any hot glue. You can also do this with tacky glue if you feel more comfortable with that. It will just take a little time to dry. Now I've got a little bit of trimming to do. I'm gonna trim this end here. These all look good. I'm gonna fluff them out. So you can break apart these and make them look like little fluffy clouds. Cute little rainbow. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is trim any of this felt that I can see under here that I don't like, so I can just do little snips in here. And you are done. You have yourself an adorable little macrame rainbow. Have fun with that.